Thousands of hours of content is uploaded to YouTube every second. See? I got this for you. Most of it is never going to be seen by human eyes, screaming into a void that's only growing larger the more content is produced. But once in a blue moon, if you're quite lucky, your video might just be picked up by the algorithm, or shared or spread by word of mouth, and get propelled into the limelight. Could be anything. Video of a cute animal, a clip from a show, gameplay, a meme edit, etc., etc. But even if it deserves, or hell even makes sense, for a video to explode in popularity, some of them just go virtually unwatched. They almost made it. News channels, gaming news channels. I hate them, but I get why people watch them. You gotta be there when Sony announces the second game ever for the PS Quintuple. It seems like channels like Outside Xbox or Gameranx just sort of popped up a couple years ago, just out of the woodwork, with engaging personalities like with Outside Xbox or with aggressive ad space like with Gameranx. They've kind of stayed in the public consciousness, at least for the underbelly that is gamers. But these channels have to start somewhere, right? They don't just apparate with all these subscribers and viewers. Enter Recap Scout. My first thoughts when I saw these videos were, damn, this looks pretty official. It's giving IGN, for my gay audience. Thumbnails are the textbook, oversaturated, blown out, red arrow stricken mess we're all used to seeing, and the titles are classic clickbait. So why does this channel only average a couple hundred views, with many videos not even getting over 50 views? The videos themselves are the kind of slop you'd feel comfortable in order to give the right nutrition to your MCU Ted Lasso fanboy.
Did you know one of the villains in Spider-Man Homecoming was set up in Captain America Civil War, and that Marvel had proved several times that Iron Man was right in Civil War?
The editing's slick, the voice acting is of a good quality with great audio, and their descriptions are pretty well worded. Indelible. That's a GED word right there. Now I understand why there's no viewer retention in between videos. They kind of do a scattershot kind of thing where they're just hitting whatever's popular day to day, and that's not going to interest people who want to learn about a specific subject, obviously. Yes, it works for brief dalliances with eFame, but rarely does this ever lead to a kind of consistent audience base. Especially for content which is, I may sound like a dick, but with disposable content like this. Like, why would I watch this channel when I could go watch whatever IGN put out, or Young Yeah, or Gameranx, or Outside Xbox, or anything else? Why would I switch from the name brand gruel I trust to eat some imitation gruel, probably made of soy? Channels like Young Yeah are able to retain an audience, not only because he pretty much just sticks to gaming news and stuff like that, but also because he has a personality. You're getting something similar every time. It's not a one-and-done thing. You want to see what his thoughts are on certain subjects. But Recap Scout feels cold and detached. They don't even do the thing where it's like, hey guys, it's Razor here. You know what I mean? Like with like top 10 list channels that have like, hey guys, welcome back, it's me, Doorway. Hey guys, welcome back to another top 10, it's me, Pink Dress. Hey guys, welcome back to another top 10, it's me, the Silver Bullet. It's me, Peanut Arbuckle. It's me, Squeaky. I mean, even the name of the channel feels like an AI made it. It sounds so committee made. Recap Scout. It's just got nothing to it. On its face though, you'd expect this channel to pull at least like a couple 100,000 views a month, and don't get me wrong, they've been making videos for a while, but its lack of both style and substance is just a huge turnoff. It's cold and robotic and soulless, and I feel like to some extent people can smell that. Like even with IGN, you have the fact that they've been around for a while, and they're kind of meme status as like a 7 out of 10. I feel like that keeps people kind of interested. But with this, there's nothing there, not even anything to really criticize aside from just how empty it makes you feel to watch this.
In the end, what makes Iron Man right in Captain America Civil War is that he always knew what to do. It all boils down to the idea that
But, much like a cartoon character smelling a delicious pie on some far-off windowsill, I was guided through the air on a gentle breeze to the refreshing content of one monotonous lizard.
You fucking retard! You fucking stupid retard!
This channel and Recap Scout could not be more polar opposite of each other. Where there was color and visual noise for Recap Scout's thumbnails, there's pretty uninvolved yet charming style. Where there was clickbait before, there are honest titles. You know what you're getting by watching it. And while Recap Scout had a pretty generic but professional editing style, Lizard just kinda edits it around his thoughts. He uses editing as a tool to assist what he's going to say, not as some jingling keys to keep the watch time up.
Beyond the game's art style, it's just refreshing to play something set in the late 18th century. It evokes a very different image from the rampant industrial change of the 1800s, which is far better represented in video games. The 18th century was still an age of change, but it was primarily political and ideological in nature rather than technological. It was an age of exploration and rampant exploitation, all painted over with a sickly yellow varnish of genteel decorum.
This guy's kind of blown up before, with 2 of his videos getting over 50k views. They're also his longest videos, out of 4 of them, so half of his content gets pretty good views. I don't see this channel as a matter of will he, won't he make it. I feel like it's definitely just a matter of time. His analysis of games is entertaining and well written, and I feel like he's gonna explode sooner rather than later. I'm about to come. Channels like Grimbeard prove that there's an audience for this thoughtful, deep analysis of games that many people haven't really played or heard of, but that affect the person describing them to you in a certain way. There's genuine passion here, and I want to hear that, even if I have no idea what the game he's talking about is even about. He only has 2,000 subscribers now, but I swear I'm gonna check back in a couple months and it's gonna have ballooned. There is an audience for this, and he is slowly and surely finding it.
Anyway, moving on.
This next one doesn't make sense to me. It's charming, it's kind of funny, it's well edited, well produced, and the title is really simple yet eye-catching. I listened to Fleegugigu for 10 hours straight by Dan Schauman. Given the meme status that Fleegu posting, as it's more commonly known now, has accrued over the past couple of years, I would have assumed this would have gotten at least 10,000 views. But instead, it doesn't even have 1,000. So Dan here is just chilling, quarantining, and decides, hey, fuck it! I'm gonna listen to Fleegu fucking Gigu for 10 hours. I'm crazy like that. I'm a set British puppy that needs to be put down, yeah?
You fucking
He pounds along, sings along, plays along, calls his mom, he's living Fleegu Gigu. And at the end, as he waits by his computer, watching the last few tantalizing seconds of his quarantine tick away, he only has to hear one more Fleeguigu, and he bursts through the door onto the street, and he's genuinely relieved to be outside again.
Oh my god. Freedom. Oh, this feels great.
He breathes in that fresh British air.
Here I am down the Lachine Canal.
But there's such a traditionally narrative structure to this video. You see, the old world, the world as we know it, is being trapped inside of your apartment. No Fleegugigu. But then the challenge comes. He has to make it to the end of his quarantine. Fleegugigu is the gateway to the new world, to the outside, to being able to go out and live an actual life again. He is tested by this new world, listening to Jack Black go Lucifer for about 10 hours, but at the end he emerges victorious and reaps his reward. He's given his peace, his freedom, by Fleegugigu. Inspiring. It's just a sweet video. Like, I genuinely feel the relief when he finally steps outside. It's an emotional catharsis. It feels good. I'm just at a loss as why this didn't do Iron Man numbers. Why he still cares. I mean, I guess he says quarantine or COVID maybe, and YouTube kind of suppressed the video. I mean, it was made in 2021, so maybe people were just sick of any quarantine content, I guess. But I'm just speculating. Anyway, Dan's channel is really sweet. He seems like a great guy, and I think his videos are pretty entertaining. I subbed. You should too if it seems like your thing. He does music stuff. Now, there's one more video that I know, and I think you do too, that I know should have made it. It's this one! Why is a view like that? I worked hard. I deserve 10 million views. I worked hard. It's not fair. Just subscribe. What am I doing wrong? I don't want to read Reddit posts. I don't want to talk about how bad this game or movie is. I don't want to talk about a show or movie that means a lot to me and then I have to pound you over the head and tell you why it's so underrated and why I'm so smart for having been given this by my parents completely by accident when I was like 7. What am I doing wrong? I love technically true jokes. Like, if everybody in the world held hands around the equator, most of them would drown. Or, did you know that after all these years, the swimming pool on Titanic is still filled with water? Or, here's 5 details throughout all succession that set up this eventual jaw-dropping conclusion. When people ask what the best Wii game of all time is, they often point to Wii Sports or Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, but for me, it's always been Bakugan. There's something about this world that is just so engrossing. I don't think anyone needs to be reminded about how hard it is to cut through the noise. And while we all want to believe that eventually our time will come and our hard work will pay off, there's really no guarantee. Life just doesn't work like that, especially on YouTube. It's really just luck. It's luck and, like, whatever popular trends the algorithm thinks it's detecting. And often, people who propel their channel to stardom often have to make compromises to their creative work, which is totally understandable, you know. I might like, let's say, the Thug Shaker, the Rump Shaker, but you might not, you know. Maybe you're a freak, unlike me. But a good video would find the midpoint between our two views and be able to cater to both of us, while saying something, at least hopefully, that might allow us to reconsider our position. But you gotta admit, a majority of the content that makes it is just kind of disposable. So in a way, I'm kind of glad these videos didn't make it. Because when you strip away those millions of views and thousands of likes and the constant din of comments and engagement, it's a more personal experience. It's easy to be swayed even slightly by seeing how popular certain things are. When you watch these videos, you're not a number. These videos, the ones that aren't recommended to you usually, or that don't come up on the first search, unlike the popular videos, it's a privilege to watch them rather than an obligation. You're able to cut through all the noise and often get something more authentic. And usually that's something that's not the most polished. It's important for people to watch things that they otherwise wouldn't. It's important to seek out something that, while not necessarily being forbidden, is obscured in some way. Go find a video with less than 1,000 views. You might just find something really special. Or this. Thanks for watching.
Learn it.